This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has launched the 4th phase of the Government Excellence Programme, which is a first-of-its-kind worldwide initiative tailored to improve government performance. The 4th phase of the programme aims to create a qualitative leap in services provided to the public, based on the criteria of vision, innovation and methods adopted to achieve public satisfaction and happiness. On the occasion, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed said that the 4th phase represents a new phase of excellence in government services for the benefit of UAE citizens, and also complements the government excellence projects launched over the last 21 years, initiated by the Dubai Quality Award. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed added that the UAE is one of the world's leading countries on competitiveness indices, and today we want to move on to the next level, towards achieving result-based excellence. Present at the launch were Dubai's Deputy Ruler, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and Cabinet Affairs Minister, His Excellency Mohammed Abdullah Al Gagawi. The 20th edition of the Dubai International Pharmaceuticals and Technologies Conference and Exhibition, DUFAT, was inaugurated today by the Director General of the Dubai Health Authority, His Excellency Essa Al Maidor. Following the traditional ribbon-cutting ceremony at the Dubai International Convention and Exhibition Centre, His Excellency Essa Al Maidor toured the exhibition area and explored the latest in pharmaceutical technologies, displayed by national, regional and international pharmaceutical industry players. Event organisers said that this year's edition has witnessed a great participation from a number of pharmaceutical associations and schools who will discuss the latest topics in the pharmaceuticals field. DUFAT officials said that the conference this year will cover a number of scientific activities that includes workshops and poster presentations by top-notch speakers and specialists over the next 3 consecutive days.
For City Pharmacy being being the major agent and distributor in the country and presenting all the companies that we have from manufacturers worldwide, it's important for us to be here to interact more with the pharmacists, local pharmacists and the local hospitals on the different new products and new innovations that come every year. Every year now we are presenting new coming products that we would like to present in the DUFAT in different subgroups and the therapeutic areas like cancer, diabetes, hepatitis, to manage this and to bring it newer products for the sake of the patients in the UAE.
Definitely DUFAT becoming like a regional meeting. I mean, it's a conference that's happening every year, and it's a chance, like, you get to see people from around the world, specifically pharmacists who we usually don't meet on a regular basis. And for us at an MSD, it's a chance that we can at least be able to produce or to present our innovative medications, to those pharmacists, so they can get to know more our products much more, and we can get in touch with them, and that's really a chance to meet everybody from all over the world. I mean, I've seen today different peoples from Eastern Europe, from Middle East, even from Africa. So it's becoming one of the most important events on a yearly basis that's happening in Dubai.
The latest research results on the successful testing of betadine were also announced at a press conference on the sidelines of the event, which show that the drug has proved to be effective in the fight against the spread of the Ebola virus. The virologist responsible for the investigations, Professor Dr. Eggers, believes that this outcome will bring great value to the medical community and society. Based on official statistics from the Centre for Disease Control and Prevention, Ebola deaths in West Africa have exceeded the 9,000 mark.
I'm an expert on disinfecting testing of viruses, and viruses have to pass these tests. So we know it's really there's really efficacy against, for example, Ebola virus. And therefore we were interested for the antiviral efficacy of these betadine products, and tested them together with my colleagues in Marburg on the Ebola virus. And it was really interesting how effective this ingredient, this active ingredient, was against Ebola virus.
I actually would take this as a positive sign that the governments in the region here have been actively working to prevent the virus from happening, and I would commend even the UAE authority in particular. They always have raised the bar in terms of raising the awareness of the population. They have a lot of measures. I can say the UAE regulatory authorities and the health authorities are one of the most advanced authorities in the region, and they have been taking a lot of measures to really prevent the virus from coming.
Her Highness Sheikha Fatima bint Mubarak, the chairwoman of the General Women's Union, Supreme Chairwoman of the Family Development Foundation and President of the Supreme Council for Motherhood and Childhood, has launched the National Strategy for the Empowerment of Emirati Women in the UAE for 2015-2021. The launch of the strategy coincides with the celebration of International Women's Day today and aims to provide a general framework for all federal and local government, the private sector, as well as civil society organisations to set work plans and programmes in order to provide a decent living for women and make them creative in all sustainable and development fields. The new strategy updates an earlier one launched by Her Highness Sheikha Fatima back in 2002, based on surveys that analysed reality and weakness and strengths in policies and programmes, which had been implemented by various women empowerment institutions. And continuing with International Women's Day, Her Excellency Sheika Lubna bint Khalid Al Kazmi, the Minister of International Cooperation and Development, has commended the UAE's leadership, which has been instrumental in promoting women's empowerment. In a statement on the occasion of International Women's Day, Sheika Lubna said that the UAE has been able to make achievements for women thanks to the efforts and support of the UAE leadership. This year, the International Women's Day is devoted to the theme, Empower Women, Empower Humanity, Picture It. Sheika Lubna also highlighted the UAE's active role in protecting women's rights and fighting social injustice in several poor and developing countries through its stand in international circles and material support. The first International Women's Day was observed back in 1911, and thousands of events across the globe are organising events to mark the economic, political and social achievements of women. As a part of their campaign to highlight the importance of road safety among the general public, the RTA is holding a series of awareness events and workshops at various locations around the Emirate for the ongoing Gulf Traffic Week. Held under this year's theme, Your Decision Determines Your Fate, Gulf Traffic Week started off with an RTA stand present at Mirdif City Centre today, where representatives from the authority will continue to educate the public about the precautions necessary for ensuring road safety. A number of activities such as an informative snakes and ladder game, colouring books as well as apps are on display for young ones to understand the importance of safety on the roads, such as the purpose of bicycle helmets and pedestrian crossings. In addition to the information stand, the RTA will conduct a series of awareness workshops at the JSS International School on the 9th of March, as well as an awareness exhibition at the Latifa Hospital from the 11th to the 12th of March. Human errors are one of the main issues that are being highlighted during this year's campaign, called the Number 3 campaign. According to the RTA's Senior Manager for Traffic Awareness, sudden swerving, a lack of safe distance between vehicles and a lack of consideration for other road users have been the 3 main reasons for fatal accidents in Dubai over the last 2 years.
What we're trying to reach when people actually in the car and they thought that they've learned that seat belt can protect them from being like thrown out of the car or save them by 50% from like a serious damages. I mean, this second of thought is like, should I wear it or not? This is what we're trying to reach people, is like to have enough information to take the right decision. You know, some people coming from a different background, different beliefs, so you're trying to change the way they look at things from scratch. This is why we're focusing a lot on children, because if they start, having this idea from a younger age, it's becoming like a habit. They know once they're in the car, they have to wear the seatbelt, they have to respect the road, and we try to encourage them that they're the one to be our ambassadors, to give their parents the tips. And we tell parents that you're a role model for your children. If you're giving them a bad example, and if you don't respect the road, don't expect them to respect it when they grow up. So it is a challenge, but we're up to the challenge, and I think we're reaching there.
Marwan Mohammed is a traffic accident victim who will be present at the stand during the week to share his experience of a horrific car crash that took place just under 2 years ago. As a result of general fatigue, Marwan lost control of his vehicle and veered off the bridge on Hesse Street that left him hospitalised for more than 4 months. Whilst sharing his story, Marwan has urged the public to take driving more seriously and also follow safety precautions, as anyone can be a victim of such incidents.
I basically fell asleep driving, so I broke my shoulders, my pelvis, my leg, and I had severe interior bleeding in my lungs and stomach and kidney, which was really, really bad. Luckily, I don't know how, it was like a miracle. I survived and I'm still walking. I'm so lucky, even though they had some doubts about that. Here in Dubai, people see a lot of accidents in the road, even on daily basis, but they never learn the lesson until they actually learn it the hard way, like we say. But I think they should take driving way more serious than they think it is. Because you never know, you can wake up in the hospital any day and be like, well, what am I even doing here? So I wouldn't want anybody to, I wouldn't wish what happened for me, for my own enemy.
Gestational diabetes is becoming increasingly common here in the UAE, according to experts. And they are warning that there are a number of other risk factors affecting women who would not normally suffer from blood sugar problems. Globally, gestational diabetes is believed to affect around 6 to 8% of women during pregnancy, according to Dr. Fadi George Hashem, an obstetrics and gynecology consultant at Burjeel Hospital over in Abu Dhabi. He added that around 19% of the UAE population have diabetes and around 17% have pre-diabetic conditions. And in their practice, they estimate around 10% of women that they see have diabetes during pregnancy. He warned that obese people are more at risk, as well as those with a family history or those having larger babies. A patient who has had diabetes in a previous pregnancy or who has had a baby with a birth defect is also at risk. He added that there are indicators such as excessive weight gain in early pregnancy and that managing weight, blood pressure and cholesterol levels are key to preventing gestational diabetes. Dr. Hatcham added that although the condition can have severe consequences for both mother and child, the risks can be reduced if treated properly. And finally, looking to other news now, the invaluable role that women play in the region's health and nutrition sector was celebrated at a major gala event held over in Abu Dhabi on Saturday. The women's show, now in its 12th year, formed a part of this week's International Women's Day commemorations, which attracted around 500 ladies who gathered to mark the important contribution that women make to the health and well-being of the region. Ms. Rima Sayed Janho, the organiser of the event, stated that every year activities and events are held throughout the world to mark this important date and also to inspire women and recognise their achievements. We have joined in with these global commemorations by organising the Women's Show in order to honour the vital role that women play in health in this part of the world.
We have been conducting this event for 12 past years. We gathered women from all UAE around to raise health awareness in the society, because the woman, she's the responsible on the health of her children, family, and then society. It's an International Women's Day, so in this occasion, we decided to pamper the women, to talk on beauty, on cooking safety, and we have a fashion show as well, which is the highlight of the event. And the latest trend and the latest technology on beauty, plastic surgery, obesity. So we have really interesting topics for the women.
Organised by Nutrima Advertising LLC and the American Surge Centre as the main sponsor, the women's show featured presentations around a number of topics. A whole host of brands were on display surrounding beauty, healthcare and fashion, as well as discussions, educational activities, a fashion show and much more. The experts were also on hand to give their professional advice.
I have a great experience in bariatric surgery, who permit large benefits to our obese patients. I operated more 5,000–6,000 cases in Europe, in all over the world, with the first series of complex cases after bariatric failure. So now I'm working with my great team in American Surgery Center in Abu Dhabi.
We are here in the Women's Show for the 12th year. And first I want to say Happy Women's Day. And I would like to talk to you about the safety of our products. As you know, Pyrex has been in the market since 1915, and this year we are celebrating our 100th year anniversary, which is amazing. And you know, not any product or any brand can be in the market for 100 years unless it is durable and it is safe and people trust the product. And we are very happy to be here and participate in this show.